All right, this is going to be a video look through of our Love at Home's Guide to Poems. This is an annual guide, meaning it lasts a whole year and it can be repeated every year. It's the second edition because it has been updated, and we will be sending out a third edition soon, an updated and edited version. So those who have purchased the first edition or the second edition will get the third edition free. So I wanted to go through quickly and show you what comes when you purchase it, and let you know that we do offer it in print. This is actually a print order that's going to go out tomorrow. And there are a few different ways that you can purchase this and have it bound. So way number one is to purchase it loose leaf, and then you will hole punch it yourself or put it in sheet protectors. Way number two is I'll use larger binding combs and I'll separate it into two. And the third way is I'll separate it by subject. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with littler binding combs. And this way it just keeps the categories separated. And here are the categories. So we've got spring, nature, summer, autumn, imagination, winter, and journey. So I'm just going to do a quick look through of each of those. And then we have different types of poetry that you'll learn. There is a companion to this guide that is the poetry notebook that you can purchase separately, and you can purchase in print for each of your children as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go through each one of these and just show you a quick look through what's inside. All right, so this is the spring section. Spring is nature's way of saying, let's party. Each section has some sample recipes. These are ones that you can look up for yourself, and some sample crafts. Now, these crafts are in the guide themselves. So you'll see the poem with a beautiful picture, and then the vocabulary for the week, the author bio, handicraft activities, and drawing and writing prompts. And you'll see that for each and every one of these. Now, because these do take so long to print, we only have 5 in stock at one time, and it's about a week of processing. Okay, so that is just a sample of spring. The next one is nature, and now you can do these in any order you want, but you'll notice that I have page numbers at the bottom because I've separated them out a certain way. So nature recipes, nature crafts, again, same format. We print this on Hammermill 28-pound paper, so it's thicker than copy paper, it's thinner than cardstock, it's very smooth. So that's what you will receive this in if you buy it in print, or you could also just purchase it as a PDF and print what you need, or print it all at the same time, send it to Staples, the Homeschool Printing Company, any of that. Okay, that's nature. Here's summer. So that, if you were following our year calendar, you would be on these poems right now. Robert Frost, Robert Louis Stevenson, and we tried to scatter the poems so that you did not have 2 of the same author's poems in a row. There are a lot of Robert Frost, a lot of Robert Louis Stevenson, Emily Dickinson, Jack Prelutsky, but they are not going to be 2 Robert Frosts in a row, 2 Jack Prelutskys in a row, anything like that. Okay, so that's just a sample of what's in our summer. The next would be autumn, and if you notice, most of these are seasons, but there are also going to be a few in here that are not seasons. Like the nature one isn't seasonal, but technically we would do that in the spring or early summer. And then this one is autumn, ode to autumn, apple picking, and then on each page I'll just give you a good look here. There are several different vocabulary words from the poem themselves. The biography, 2 handicrafts here, a sample picture, some activities that you can do with your kids, and then some drawing prompts and writing prompts. And now these prompts are the ones that you will see in the student notebook. Okay, so that's a sample of autumn. Now, see, this one's imagination. This one is because seasons sometimes don't really line up with the seasons. So between autumn and winter, we do what's called imagination. Now, all of these poems have something to do with imagination. This one is her imagination. You've got this from The Hobbit, very imaginative. The shadow, what you imagine about your shadow, questions you can ask, etc., etc. But these are all under the theme of imagination. And, you know, there's a whole bunch more here, but that's a good sample of imagination. Next, you've got winter. Winter has a lot of snow, and there are 8 poems here. So what we recommend doing is 1 poem a week. You can study that poem every day. You can study it just once a week. Or if you really wanted to, you could do a different poem every day. It's totally up to you what your family is wanting to do. So that is a good sample of winter. Now here's the last one. This is Journey. Now I wanted to make sure that there was a poem for every week. So I actually believe we have 54 poems because there were 2 poems that were a little similar, and there were 2 that had religious ideas in them. So if you wanted to skip those, that's okay. We have 54, and there are 4 of these. So you've got The Road Not Taken, which is about a journey. The Edge of Night from The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Invictus, which is a huge journey, you know, about Nelson Mandela. The Road Goes Ever On, again from The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. And we have this listed after winter and before spring, just because sometimes the winter's longer, sometimes the spring is longer. But you can really do these poems in whatever order you want. So, like I said, you can order these in many different ways. You can choose to just view them on an iPad or on a computer. You can just print 1 poem a week, you know, just 2 pages a week. You can have me print them and I'll ship them all to you. You can print them all yourself. You can have Staples print them, Office Depot, the Homeschool Printing Company, borrow your friend's printer, anything like that. So this woman has chosen to have them all bound separately. Now, the different binding, it does not cost extra. So for the same price, you can either have loose leaf, 2 large binding, or 7 small binding. So I hope that helps, and please let me know if you have any questions. Again, we will only have 5 in stock at a time because they do take such a long time to print. But they are totally worth it, in our opinion. This will last her a whole year. This is enough for a whole year. So now I will go ahead and show you quickly a few ways that you can store these so they aren't taking up a whole bunch of room.